Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not likely to go far in his career, and he usually isn't even talking big about it. Hard work, planning, and chasing long term goals aren't his strengths. So don't expect big achievements or promotions. He's comfortable just coasting along.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he won't break down or get too upset. He tends to shrug things off and doesn't let problems bother him for long. However, he also doesn't have the drive to fix things or improve much after a setback.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the type to get into fights or create drama at work. Most people will see him as cheerful and easy to be around, though maybe a little careless or unserious. While he may not earn a lot of respect for his efforts or skills, he's not the troublemaker either.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He won't feel insecure if you do really well in your career. He's not the jealous type, and he doesn't tie his own self worth to work or achievements. You won't have to worry about him competing with you. He's just happy to see you shine.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not likely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. Money and status aren't things he measures himself by, so he won't see your higher income as a threat or a reason to feel small. Instead, he'll probably just be glad for what you both have and won't let it bother him.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not careful with money and tends to spend without much thought. Planning and budgeting aren't his strong points, so he might buy things on a whim or not keep track of where his money goes. If managing money is important to you, be prepared to take the lead.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't try to pretend he's richer than he is. Showing off or trying to keep up appearances isn't his style. He's more focused on enjoying the present than impressing others. Still, you won't have to worry about him living a fake or flashy life.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't what you'd call open handed or especially kind, but he's not tight with money either. He's the type who'll spend freely on himself and fun times, but may not think much about helping others or giving thoughtfully. His focus is more on enjoying himself than caring for people around him.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's generally open about money and not secretive or controlling. You won't find him hiding his spending or trying to boss you around about finances. What you see is what you get. He's straightforward and relaxed about how money is used, sometimes even too casual.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's not someone who thinks deeply about sharing housework or making things fair at home. Most likely, he'll just do what's easy for him and not worry much about chores, leaving most of the work to you by default. If sharing housework matters to you, be prepared to guide him and remind him, because he's not likely to take charge on his own.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not one to jump into chores or take responsibility for things like diapers without being asked. Most of the time, he'll just be in the background or say he'll help later, but you might end up doing most things yourself. If you want real help, you'll need to be direct and keep reminding him.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't really argue to prove he's right, nor does he put much effort into understanding your point of view. Most of the time, he'll just go along with the conversation, maybe make a joke or let things slide without much discussion. He's not going to get into heavy arguments, but he also won't dig deep to see things from your perspective.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he tends to stay calm and doesn't lash out or say hurtful things. He isn't the type to yell, insult, or act aggressive. Instead, he might just let the moment pass or make light of the situation. You're very unlikely to face harsh words or angry outbursts from him.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he's not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He's generally relaxed and doesn't let things get to him much, so sudden bursts of anger or sharp reactions are rare with him. You're unlikely to find yourself walking on eggshells around his moods.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually doesn't blame you when something goes wrong, but at the same time, he might not clearly say sorry or take much responsibility. Most of the time, he'll just brush off mistakes or laugh them away, acting like it's no big deal. He isn't mean or blaming, but he also doesn't put effort into owning up to problems or making things right.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not someone who will push or pressure you when you say no. He usually goes with the flow and doesn't want to create tension. So if you set a boundary, he'll accept it without much argument. Your limits will be respected, but make sure to express them openly.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He's easygoing about these things and doesn't tie his feelings or pride to how often you're close. He'll probably just move on to something else without much fuss.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He's not the type to use something personal against you or to embarrass you later. Even if you have a disagreement, you don't have to worry about your trust being broken in this way with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally lively and enjoys meeting new people, but he doesn't put much effort into chasing after someone new or being unfaithful. He tends to live in the moment and goes with the flow. So while he might chat or be friendly with other women, he's not likely to plot or hide things behind your back. So gentle reminders and honest conversations can help keep things clear between you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not over possessive or the jealous controlling type. He doesn't spend time worrying about what you're doing or who you're talking to. You won't find him checking your phone or making rules about your friendships.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not a sign of a controlling personality. He doesn't have a strong urge to control what you do or make decisions for you in the name of care. You won't see him using protection as an excuse to limit your freedom or boss you around.
Now, on to the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. It's not that he means to leave it all to you, but he doesn't think much about sharing responsibilities or stepping up on his own. He might join in for playtime, but when it comes to daily routines, discipline, or emotional support, you'll probably find yourself carrying most of the load.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
He will stay calm when the kids mess up or get upset. He doesn't lose his temper easily and is not quick to yell or scold. Overall, you can count on his patience, but you may need to add the structure and direction for the children.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will support your role as both a mother and your own person, but in a very relaxed way. He isn't possessive or demanding, so he won't stand in your way if you want to pursue your interests or take time for yourself. He'll let you be yourself and do your thing, but you'll likely have to manage your own needs and remind him if you want a helping hand.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will pretend to support your career now and then suddenly ask you to quit once you have a child. He isn't controlling or traditional in that way and doesn't have strong opinions about what you should do. If you want to keep working after having a child, he won't put pressure on you to give it up.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to be friendly and casual with your parents, but don't expect deep warmth or special effort to build a close bond. He won't be rude or cold, just easygoing and cheerful, acting pleasant when he's with them. His nature is more about being comfortable than creating deeper family ties. He's not the type to expect your family to change for him, nor will he make a big effort to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
He will handle family stress or interference calmly, not by making things worse. His style is to stay easygoing and avoid big arguments, so you won't see him shouting or adding fuel to the fire. Instead, he might just ignore the tension or try to keep the peace in his own simple way.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will act modern with you, but then expect you to suddenly become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He doesn't pay much attention to strict family roles or appearances, and he's not likely to put pressure on you to behave a certain way just because others are watching. His attitude is more relaxed. He'll let you be yourself, whether you're at home or with extended family.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will most likely stay out of it rather than take sides, whether with you or with them. He doesn't like drama and prefers to keep things peaceful, so he won't jump into arguments or stand firm for anyone. You might feel alone in handling tough situations with family, as he often avoids conflict instead of standing up or showing strong support.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not really a mummy's boy, but he's also not someone who will firmly choose your side in a conflict with his mother. Most of the time, he'll try to avoid the situation or stay neutral, hoping things calm down on their own. He doesn't like taking sides or getting caught in family drama, so don't expect a strong show of loyalty in tense moments.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He's usually quite relaxed about personal matters and doesn't feel the need to involve others in your relationship issues. Your privacy is generally safe with him as he doesn't enjoy gossip or drama.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B+. He's a good guy. Being in a relationship with this man feels calm, light, and low on drama. Every day you'll find him easygoing and cheerful, enjoying small moments and taking life as it comes.